Hello, my loves, and welcome back. Look at me doing them back to back like I said I was. It's taken me, talking about habits, it's taken me 2 months to get into decent habits, and we're still not there, but we move, and this is what life's about. So if you're new to this corner of the world, hello, hi, my name is Katie. I am your virtual bestie. I am your virtual best friend, showing up on the internet, just reminding you every single day what a spectacular, amazing human you are, and why you should go for it. And this year, we're just going to go after our goals, and we're not going to give up, and we're going to believe in ourselves, and I'm just going to keep being here, just cheering you on every single day and just reminding you. So I want to talk to you today. It's 11 things that people learn too late in life or should learn earlier. And this really, when I was making these notes, I'm like, this feels very much like a summary of a lot of the things I've been saying. So buckle up, let's get into it. First of all, the less you say, the more your words matter. I know, coming from a girl that talks constantly online, that seems like a bit of a weird thing to say. In the immortal words of Aaron Burr, talk less, smile more. Don't let them know what you're against and what you're for. Sometimes it's important to take a step back. Sometimes it's important to just hear what's happening. The world is chronically online, and we can have opinions about anything. And sometimes people feel the need to just say things just to say something. Be mindful of what you're saying. Is what you're saying, is it helpful? Is it supportive? Does it have value? Is it kind? Is it necessary? We don't need to be telling somebody on the internet that we think they're overweight because that's the way we feel. You can hush your mouth on those things. Number 2, my nose is running. That was number 2. Don't take everything personally. Not everybody thinks about you as much as you think they do. And we've talked about this before, how people say things like, oh, I can't do that because what will other people think of me? Oh no, people will think. People will have an opinion in their head. I promise you they don't. I promise you that people don't think about you as much as you think they do. With said with love, you don't matter. So if you are holding yourself back from doing something because you think other people are going to think about you, they're not. We love a bit of main character energy, but you are your main character for you. Don't be the main character for other people. You are not the main character in someone else's story. And you holding yourself back from joy, happiness, learning, growth, because you are concerned that someone else will think something, obsessed about you, and have an opinion on your journey, your adventures, is holding you back. Number 3, excuse me, when you focus on problems, you get more problems. When you focus on possibilities, you end up with more opportunities. And I've said this before again, we are what we focus on. We are a result of the way we think and feel and act. And I've said before, people who tell you that everything goes wrong. I've said about my winnings before, oh, I don't win that. Well, of course you don't. Everything bad always happens to me. And we know that person. I look at opportunity, possibility in everything I do. I think you all know that on the whole, I'm a very positive person. I'm a human being, so still we've had these bad days and I've come and I've spoken really honestly about them. But I always try and look about the opportunity, the possibility. I say to people, you can do this, they go, no, I can't do that. I go, why? They put themselves out of the running before they've even started the race. So because they're focused on what they can't do instead of what they can do. Like I said, you wouldn't, if I wanted to go and work at Costa Coffee or Starbucks, I'm an avid coffee enjoyer. I just don't go in and go, I know everything about coffee. I would need to know, but I wouldn't stop myself applying for the job because I don't know how to work the fancy machine. I don't know all the coffees. I would go in with the attitude of a possibility to learn about the opportunity. Like, that's what I would do. I would want to learn something. Nothing you do when you go to school, go to university, start a degree, become a parent, buy a house, pay your bills the first time, start a new career. You don't go into that with all of the knowledge intact. So why in the other things do you want to do in your life? Do you convince yourself you must have all the answers? And if you can't, it's like, oh no, I can't do that. And you focus on the I can't instead of the I can. Number 4, and I've said this so many times, no matter how hard the struggle, you will look back and realise that struggle changed your life. No matter how difficult, how much it hurts right now, no matter what you're going through, whatever a challenge that is facing you right now, you will come to realise that was the defining moment. I said to you before, we grow where we go. We go through what we grow through. We grow through what we go through. You are never going to be a static human being. And you will find in your darkness, in your challenges, for me, that was becoming a single person in her 40s and never lived on her own. Never lived on her own. Lived with parents, lived with a partner, got married to him, had a house, he left me. I, at the time, thought that was the darkest, bleakest moment. And actually, I have so much love for that because I learned to stand on my own 2 feet and pay my bills and raise my kids on my own and be independent without a village. I didn't have a village, I didn't have a supporting lots of family and people around me. I did it all by myself, and at the time it felt like the most difficult, heart-wrenching, complicated, black problem. But I am a completely different human being as a result, and I am a completely independent person because of that. It's taught me to be such a stable person. On that, you meet people for a reason. You do meet everyone you meet. People come into your lives either because you are going to change their life, or they've come in they've come into your life to change yours. And I say this story about having a positive circle. Saw it again on Facebook this morning. Oh, Facebook's full of this, Facebook's full of that. I was like, girlie, you're in the wrong face. You've got the wrong friends. Not every friendship and every relationship is designed to be the one of a lifetime. Sometimes they are permanent, temporary, seasonal, purposeful. But if you've been connected with someone, and I'm hoping that that's me for you, you've fallen across me and you're like, oh, well, I like this chick, that I'm here to help you. And I'm hoping that you can meet somebody and you'll have a conversation. You go, oh my God, this girl on the internet, she might have something that might help. And you can go on and help those. But every relationship that we come across is here to either teach us something or help us teach someone else something. What's my next one? I can't read my own handwriting. Never be afraid to try something new. It gets boring when you stay within the limits of what you already knew. And again, we are so afraid of learning things and being new and stepping into a new thing. But nothing changes, nothing stays the same, and yet we convince ourselves for some obscure reason that this does. Imagine if we all knew exactly the same thing. In fact, everyone had the same perspective, same level of education, same level of mindset. It would be such a boring world. And if you didn't learn one more thing today, if you weren't any wiser from today for the rest of your life, if you didn't adopt a new opinion or see something from someone else's perspective, how boring would life be? You always have to be learning something new. You always have to be growing. You are, my love, a perfect flower. And you need to always be in bloom, because if plants, if they're growing, they're dying, and you need to be like that. The limits of what you already know don't define you. So stop thinking that you are your final, complete boss level energy person at the age you are now. You have a lot more growing to do. We say that about kids, but it's true of adults as well. Don't be defined by where you are now and who you think you are today to think that that's all you're going to become. This one made me a bit happy. I was like making my notes. You will never know the value of a moment until it's a memory. And I was like, oh, that's so true. When I did my research, I was like, I love that quote. Like, we have these moments and we have these lives, and so good or bad. Like I said, what I went through, the value of that memory now is like, wow, okay, that shaped me into becoming a different person. Instead of being in these moments, enjoying these special times, what we do is we focus on the negative. I look too fat. I don't like my hair today. My brows are doing that weird thing. I've got a high forehead. What will people think? Will I look stupid? I did a video back in December. I made a decision a year ago. I was going to dance my way through 2024, and I filmed myself dancing. That video brings me such joy to look back at the places I travelled and the friends I hung out with and experiences I had. And that's just me. Yes, I got a lot of negative comments. Again, say less. But I didn't realise how precious those were. I was living those moments and having fun. And when I look back at, oh my God, like I've created this little kind of 60-second photo album of my memories. And now that I watch it back with such joy and gratitude. So precious moments matter. Don't be afraid to take a minute when you're with friends and family and just go, God, this is so special. Think like Inside Out, it's all a core memory. Put it in your core memories. If you're having a great moment, if you're having a special time, make a note to put it in your core memories and keep that hold on, because when not all the days are sunny and shiny as that one, you're going to need to hold on to those. What's my next one? I really can't read my own handwriting. This is shocking, Katie. Once you take notes of what you're grateful for, you will lose sight of what you lack. There we go. And we talk about gratitude all the time. Even if you've got nothing, have gratitude. Be grateful. And you will hear that I haven't got anything. We've all got beautiful homes, and my home's a bit scruffy today. But I'm so grateful what I've got. I've got friends. I'm going to see more friends now. I've got a job that I enjoy. I've got a home. I've got 2 stupid, lovely children who are, reasonably healthy and smart and clever and intelligent. And I've got a lot going for me. And I could be like, oh, do you know what? I'm nearly 45. I don't own a home. You know, both my boys have health problems. I'm not in a career that I could see myself the rest of my life. I could focus on those things. I absolutely could. But I talk about gratitude all the time, and I choose to focus on the gratitude for the things that I do have, because I know the universe goes, there you go, there you go. And if all I did was moan about what I didn't have, we're not going to get any more. If you have control over your mouth, you have control over your future. That comes back to number one. What are you going to say? What are you going to do? Instead of saying no to things. Richard Branson says, when you get an opportunity, say yes and figure it out later. You are in control of opening doors or shutting them every single time. And you are holding yourself back because your fear of looking stupid is keeping you from the possibility of being amazing. And life is a mirror. It will reflect back what you do to it. So if you are looking in the mirror and go, everything's trash. If you look in the mirror and go, hey, you badass bitch, boss. I post motivational quotes most days on social media because I want people, because I need to hear it. I need to look in the mirror and be like, I love myself. In the words of RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how on earth is going to love somebody else? I choose to look in the mirror and, despite the things that I deem are flaws, go, yeah, we're doing okay. Like mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And finally, the good will always follow you. And like I said, if you've found this video, if you've come to this and you've searched anything, you will have found that over the last few months, you are maybe seeing things differently. You are treating situations differently. You are handling the tough moments differently. Choose the good, and the good will continue. And I'm not saying that everything's going to be sunshine, rainbows, unicorns, and fairies, because we're still going to have the challenges, but the good will follow you. Do not forget, my self-love guide is in my bio. It is free. It is there. It's 5 weeks. There's a little mini guide I've put together. It's all yours. You can download it. It'll get sent to your inbox, I think. It's very smart. But for now, I'm going to leave you to it. I've been me. I've been weird. You've been you. You've been amazing. I am your virtual bestie, and my loves, I will see you tomorrow.